Hey everybody, I'm not sure if this video is ever going to actually have audio to it, but I'll talk anyways, just in case. I'm going to do a quick sketch. This is on my 8.5 by 5-inch moleskin. Thank you guys if you've watched any of my earlier stuff. Most of my stuff has been on this, which is 3.5, I think, by 5 skin moleskin. These are the best sketchbooks out there. Here, take a look. If this does end up on YouTube, I'll have links in the description for where you can get these moleskins. All right, so let's see, got some other stuff in here. I'm gonna do a quick, hopefully quick, Batman sketch because can't go wrong with Batman. All right, so let me just get started here. So I'm gonna do this pretty quick. It's not gonna be anything amazing. Not that it would be amazing if it wasn't quick, but it'll be even less amazing. All right, let me just get started here. So I'm gonna use a 2H pencil. I like using these really light pencils just for the figuring out the proportioning and whatnot. So let's get started here. All right, I'm just gonna do a straight on pick. All right, I've already done it wrong because it's off center, so I'm trying to get it more centered in the page because having things centered always seems to either you pick a specific part of the image to focus on, or you just go center. What you don't want is it just slightly off center. It's either way off center or centered. It's just a little bit off center, just doesn't look right, and then you end up focusing in on the fact that it's not centered. All right. Okay, so here's it. So right now I'm just doing the shape of the face, splitting the face in two to figure out where his eyes are going to be, and then again where his nose is going to be, and then splitting again to figure out where his mouth is going to be. Now because it's superhero, it's Batman, he'll probably get a little bit larger chin, so the proportions aren't, they're not going to be completely accurate to what a normal human being would be, but he's Batman. He's not a normal human being, so we can cheat. All right. His neck like so. Just gonna make his one, give him a bit of a, even though he's looking straight on, I'm gonna make his shoulders a little bit 3/4 just to make it a little more interesting. Okay, so I'll make his neck like here. Let's give him some nice veins and whatnot popping out. All right. Okay, so then we got the basic proportions ready here. I always struggle with the ears, whether it makes them tall, short, stubby, fat. I think I'll go kind of the short, this version of the drawing. I don't really have a consistent style when it comes to drawing Batman's ears. I'm all over the place. Whatever I basically feel like at that particular time. I'm gonna bring this in a little. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's make this thing interesting. I'm gonna make his. I'll try to make him look a little messed up here. So let's go with the. Let's get the eyes sorted out first. Now, eyes, very, very important. You want to make sure they're symmetrical. Doing this on paper. Can't cheat with the symmetry tools, so you gotta. What you can do, which one's really accurate, is you can pull out a ruler. So let's say, okay, here's his head is just under 3 inches thick. So make his one eye between here and here. An inch away from here. Yeah, that's a little too far apart. Okay, that's okay. So yeah, and then yeah, that works. Actually, yeah, looks like I actually had them pretty bang on without the ruler. Okay, now let's just also try to get the tops of the eyes aligned. Yeah, and the bottoms of the eyes. Okay, so I had them centered pretty good, but I think I had them this one's a little bit too low. So let's bring this one up a little. All right. And let's see, so his nose is going to end here. Bring it up. Okay, sanding the lips. Once again, you want them symmetrical. I'm just, once again, this is not the actual final drawing, just kind of roughing things in. Definitely, we'll be adjusting as I go along. All right, so let's bring that chin down a bit. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna give him a pointy nose. Let's bring that down to a point. And let's, okay, you know what? I'm gonna make his mask ripped. So I like that look. So showing part of his eye. It goes here. Goes down there. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. So his ear, because his head is tilted down a tiny bit. Normally his ear would line up with his eye and his mouth, but because his head is tilted, it's shifted up a bit. Yes, his jaw is very non-symmetrical. Let's fix that up. Yeah, something's not working here. All right, it's not looking right. Okay, let's get this thing sorted out. I'm trying to figure out exactly what's wrong with his mouth because I can see it's very wrong. So sometimes it's good to actually stand up and take a look. Yeah, this side's definitely too big. All right, so let's bring it to here. So let's do this. And then just erase the whole thing and start over on the mouth because I don't think this can be fixed. All right. Okay. Also need to go down more on his chin here. Bring his mouth up a little. Make his chin seem. Best ruler. All right. Okay. Try this eraser instead. These are great. They do a really good job of erasing without ruining the paper. I don't know if you noticed when I was using this other eraser here, it left a bunch of streaks. So let's not use that again. Okay. Okay. Normally I would do this all much quicker, but just talking and drawing is always an issue with keeping things efficient. All right. Okay. Gotta get the angry eyes. It's Batman. Put a bunch of shadows over here. Still want to figure out where everything goes. goes. Since this eye is going to be open, I'm going to actually be able to see it. Okay. All right. Okay, so now let's get to some proper pencil work. Another one of my favorites. This is Graph Gear 1000 from Pentel. It's one of the, I think the best mechanical pencils out there you can get. This is a 0.3. Once again, if this makes it to YouTube, and you're hearing this, you can check the description. I'll include a link. All right, let me get the eyes actually. No, I like to always do the eyes first, because if the eyes aren't right, then the drawing's not right. You might as well start over. So I'll try to get these figured out early. Okay. I'll refine this a bit later, so I'll make sure that it's in the right spot. Okay, I'm gonna try to adjust the light here a bit. Now, normally if I wasn't recording this, I would be moving this thing around, but it's hard to do that and keep it in the in frame, so I'm trying to keep the page steady, which makes it a little bit tougher to draw, because normally I'd be spinning everything around. Okay. To draw torn mask. So again, I'll have to come back in later and adjust this. Once again, I'll make this symmetrical. Make sure that this aligns with that. Okay, so that comes here. Okay, all right. Keep going. Some initial cross hatching to kind of figure out the directions of some of the shadows here. I like my Batman with a big butt chin. Something Ben Affleck had that definitely worked. Okay. Okay. All right. again. Symmetry, symmetry, symmetry. Let's switch to actually a thicker pencil. So I think let's go to the 0.7. These lines are a bit too fine. Okay, I'll save the 0.3 for detail work later. All right, so let's try this again. That's better. Okay. Oh, I should have actually used this earlier. Just some of the homemade. Like, challenging to try to draw this without moving the paper for me. Okay. Trying to get these shadows right. And I don't have reference right now, but if I did, I should have probably done this with reference, but I just didn't plan ahead of time. But one thing you can do is you can like get just a toy and just move it around under a light to kind of figure out how the shadows fall. Eventually you can do it without that, but you know, it's definitely a good help for anybody who's not really so familiar with the just how shadows work on a face. I'm trying to just vary the line thickness here. Just because your head isn't perfectly flat, so some areas the shadows will be bigger than others. Give a bit more three-dimensionality here. Because the light's coming down this way, you get shadows on the bottom, so you wouldn't make the line the same thickness all the way around. Okay. Okay. some scruff on them later, but maybe I'll wait till the end. It's a lot easier to do it at the end than it is to do it now and then fix it. Make the shadow of this mask bigger. Debating whether I was drawing these ears bent, but that might be a bit much, so I'll just leave it. Okay. All right, and go up to a even bigger now with a 0.9. So I just want to cover more. I want more coverage. Stuff's falling off my table. All right. I'm going to just use a smudge stick for just to get some of these base shadows down. It's going to look like crap for a little bit, but I just want to do this to kind of figure out, just get a little bit of a base underneath, because I think it's going to take way too long to kind of cover this all with just cross hatching. So what I do is I use the smudge stick and then I cross hatch over it. And it kind of gives the illusion that the whole thing's been cross-hatched with different amounts of thickness, density. But it's actually, you've got a nice little layer of pencil underneath that kind of helps out. So let's just get these all in the right spots. Use an HB pencil for this. like that vascular neck look, though I'm not sure what kind of fabric all these veins would show through, but it looks cool. Okay. All right, let's get some shadows on this mask here. All right, can't get the right angle to draw this. Have to turn it. Hopefully this is still in frame. Should have done that a long time ago because that is just so much easier. Okay, let's try to get it back where it was. Okay. Okay. Now let's see what we gotta do here. Now with these thicker pencils, you need to rotate them pretty often to kind of keep the thickness consistent. Otherwise, you end up with a lot of variation on your line thickness that you might not want. Now, if you want it, that's fine, but just be aware that if you keep drawing without rotating the pencil, your lines will just get thicker and thicker the more you go, because you're basically flattening it out from that one spot. So I'm just doing that cross-hatching now. Come back later and use a finer pencil to go over this. For now, Okay. Right about now, I'm thinking, why did I film this? It's definitely a challenge. So when you're filming, you know, I've got this light above me, I've got this camera right in my face, so I'm actually sitting kind of in a weird position that I would never actually normally sit in. So all these different factors that kind of impact the end quality. So it's definitely, you know, when I'm filming, it's very hard for me to do my best work. But I'm hoping that by filming this, I can produce something that's helpful, or at least semi-interesting to watch. Not super boring, but if you're watching this on YouTube, you can actually adjust the speed of the playback and watch it at, you know, 2 times or 1.5 times speed. I'll sound like a chipmunk, but at least you won't have to watch it in real time, which I'm sure can be very boring for some of you, if not all of you. 3 of you that are watching. Okay, let's see what we can do here. All right. Now I'm trying just to kind of, you know, this is nowhere near anatomically correct right now, but I'm just trying to kind of put enough detail in here so you can kind of guess what everything else is without actually being exact. Now, if I had some reference to work from right now, it would definitely make it a lot easier. I definitely think reference is great. If you have it, I don't have it right now though, but I wish I did, because I know this would look a lot better. Some more shadow here. Figure out how these shadows will work. Oh, I really wish I had some reference. All right, let's see. It's tough because it's like, okay, so this chunk is missing. How does it affect the actual cowl? You've got some parts that are raised, some parts that aren't. I know some people draw Batman's cowl as if it's cloth, other people draw it as if it's rubber, metal. I definitely like the form fit that you get by the cloth representation, but at the same time, you know, if it's cloth, then you wouldn't get all these cool wrinkles and just kind of demonic look that you sometimes get that I think looks pretty cool. So I guess I'm doing a bit of both. Alright. I'm going to flip back to the, find that 0.3. And what I got here says a 0.7. Alright, just on the side here, trying to figure out what the pencils all are. Okay. 3 back. Okay. Another thing I've got happening right now is some pretty wicked glare. Hoping it doesn't show in the video. Try to adjust the light here. It's one of the issues I have with pencils. It's pretty reflective, so it can definitely. You've got like an overhead light. Can definitely impact it. All right, I gotta turn this thing around. I can't do it like this. Okay. It's always easier to crosshatch in the natural resting position of your wrist. On the light being here, this should actually light. Okay, I'm trying to figure out the best play to do the shadows on this cowl, especially this earpiece. Okay. Oh man, I hope I didn't do all that work with that not even under the camera. Now I'm trying to figure out where the shadows were in this mask. So based on this, there would have been another indentation up this way to kind of match his cheek. And then this part here, indented a bit, so let's put a little bit darker shadow on it. All right. Okay. Maybe okay. This cheekbone comes around. All right. Lines under his eyes because he is Batman. And he has lines under his eyes because he don't sleep. Okay. Feel free to mute because I am just rambling right now. All right, let's see. Shadow in the center part of his face here. Okay, all right, let's get some shadow on his neck here. Okay. Now, if you want to give the impression of curvature, it's good to alternate your cross-hatching in different angles. All right, let's get some more texture in here. It's looking kind of boring. Okay, this massive trapezius muscle here needs bit more shape. adjust the thickness. This muscle here. So his collarbone would be okay. Try to try to give the a rough kind of indicator where his collarbone is. Alright, that's good enough. His eyes. Just want to make it. Alright. Lead broke. Okay. Oh man, this is. Alright. His mask now a little bit of thickness. Oh, okay. Definitely, once again, if this does get on YouTube and this is where you watch this, please, if you have any questions or anything, just do them in the comments. Especially on YouTube, I'm pretty sure I answer every single comment I see on there. It's a bit harder on Instagram just because I have quite a bit more followers on there, so I get a lot of comments and a ton of DMs, so it's hard to keep track. But YouTube, my follower base is still pretty small, so it's very easy to see, so I don't think I miss nearly as much on there. So any comments, any questions, please definitely just put them down there and I will do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. Alright, I'm not liking this area here, it's definitely too pronounced. I'm gonna have to push it down a little. Okay, looks better. Basically anything that you leave without, like when you do these kind of line work, if you leave anything without lines on it, it kind of looks like it's sticking out. So you don't want to go from a ton of lines to an area with no lines at all. But you still want to have that three-dimensional look. So what you do is you kind of cover up everything and you just vary your thickness, you vary your density, and just the amount of lines, and that'll kind of give you hopefully the effect you're looking for. So right now I'm just going into crosshatch mode. I'm trying to be aware of the general shape of things and where the shadows would be. Definitely far from perfect, but I don't do perfect anyways. It's too much work. I'm just trying to make it not look like crap. Hopefully I can do that much. what I like to do is I like to kind of put a lot of lines down, just kind of in the direction of where things are going. Like as the base. Now the shadows can go in different directions, but definitely, you know, so you see here a lot of the lines follow kind of the same direction. Now, I need to get rid of some of these rough lines from before because they're actually going in the wrong direction. Okay. So wish I had some compressed hair here. Don't like to use my hands because then you can end up smudging. But I guess I don't have a choice. So I use my hands. All right. So I'm not doing like stuff in every direction here. I'm trying to give it some kind of sense of things going in a direction that makes sense. Apologize that I don't have much to say, but sometimes it's a little difficult to just talk and draw. It's getting there. I'm trying to follow the curvature of the lip with these lines. And then the same with the chin here. I'm gonna leave highlights around the chin, but I feel like it's not working, so I think I'm gonna cover those up. Just leave them a little bit there, but not too much. Once again, I'm trying to kind of follow the lines of the face here. Yeah, this part here needs more shadow. Alright, put some more shadows down here. Here. A little bit darker here. Put some more shadow lines, some more cross-hatching around where his scowl lines would be. So he's a scowler. Alright, I need to turn it for this, so I want to do this way. So here we go, following the scowl lines. Is that a term? I don't know, I'm calling them that now. Scowl lines. Alright. So yeah, let's get some more line work here. This doesn't look quite right. Let's try to power. Hopefully it lasts to the end of this video. All right. Trying to once again figure out where the shadows are falling on his face. Press too hard. I'm gonna press hard with this pencil and put those really ugly reflections. Okay, almost there. You want your darkest lines to be in the area that people are looking at, or the most important areas, so I'm trying to put them around the eyes. You wouldn't want the darkest lines down here somewhere. That's not where you want to draw people's eyes too. So if you can draw the attention to the focal point in the drawing, which in this case I think is his eyes. That's definitely the way you want to go. Make sure the darkest spot is where you want the attention. All right. Okay. I'm gonna try make this cowl look a little more interesting. Okay. All right. Just get this H pencil out again. I'm just going to try to lay down. Shadows in the center here. Now, if I was doing this not in video, I'd just spend a lot more time cross-hatching these things up. It's just a little bit too hard to do at this angle, even when I move this, just because of hear everything falling down. Okay, so it's showing. Hopefully this is in frame. I'm gonna switch to the 0.5 just because I want this part to be a bit darker. And the 0.3 because it's so fine you can actually scratch the paper pretty good, which is not a great effect. Okay. So let's try to capture that dome shape by varying the direction of these lines. Definitely need to fill in this area here. It's way too light. adding in some crow's lines here. Having a stroke. It's okay, you can never be too vascular. Okay. All right. Try to clean up these lines that I should have drawn the page turn. Figure out a way to draw this without. All right. I need to find something to put under my hand. There's this. Otherwise, I'm going to smudge the hell out of this thing. Okay. Let's see. All right, I think I might have to call that a wrap. That was a full hour. Something that should have probably only taken 30 minutes, but it's okay. Watch it on double speed. It's very easy to just keep on working this drawing, and to be honest, there's probably another 20 minutes of work that should be done on here, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. I think I won't. Normally I would take the eraser, maybe try to make some really fine lines here to kind of show stubble and whatnot, but I don't think I'm going to do that right now. I think that would just take too long and might actually make things worse. I'm going to kind of leave them as is. Probably should have given him some blood and gashes. Yeah. All right, I need to add some. I just realized his mask is all wrecked. But he's not even bruised. That doesn't make any sense. All right, how am I gonna do this? Now this is scary because this is where I can really screw it up. Fat lip there. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna try to draw some blood here. Oh, where's the undo button? Do some more over here. This is where some cowl was ripped off here, then he must have at least got hit here. A bit of a black eye too. Just gonna make him a bit bloodshot here. Alright, that's probably enough. Don't want to go overboard. Okay. Okay. I think that'll have to do. Alright. A couple final touches. Shadow at the top here. Take that mask. Too much shadow. All right, now I gotta blend it in a bit. Stop. All right. Let's a bit more contouring to his ears here. Okay. All right. Hope that anybody who's still watching found this useful. And I'm already noticing things that are wrong. Try to make sure that looks proper. Okay. So one thing I noticed when you actually stand up, which I should have done many times, but I didn't do. And look at your drawing, you notice things that aren't right. So I think that's good. I think that'll be good. Let's see. All right. I can't stop. All right, I'm done. Okay, so if this is worth watching, please let me know. If it wasn't, let me know. And if you guys liked it, please hit the like button there. And if you're not subscribed already, please do subscribe. It definitely will motivate me to produce more of these. And once again, any questions at all, just ask in the comments, and I will be more than happy to answer them. Okay, everybody, take care, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.